All right, so today I'm doing a book review on The Demon Next Door by Brian Burrow. I just finished the audiobook. It's only about 3 hours long, so it's pretty fast. But it's a true crime story about a boy or a man named Danny in Texas who I'm pretty much gonna give away most of this. It's a true crime story about a guy named Danny, and it goes through his life and the crimes that he started to do when he was in high school. So it talks about, and I'm gonna get really graphic. So if you have triggers like rape or murder or violence, sexual acts of violence, anything like that, you won't like this book and you should stop watching. So, because I'm going to give a couple spoilers. I would recommend it though, because it is a good story, it's a good book, it's very enlightening, and it has a lot of information in it. But, so in this story, it goes through and it talks about, most of the typical signs of a serial killer, like when he was younger. It talks about him raping animals, him trying to push girls over balconies, him being a bedwetter. It talks about how slowly it progressed to him raping a girl when he was in high school. And this is kind of where like the state of Texas, or like maybe not the state of Texas necessarily, but that whole legal system kind of failed everybody. Because when he went in really young because he did terrible things, and they let him out early for good behavior. But part of that was that when he was sentenced, he was supposed to get mental health treatment as well, and he didn't. They just gave him pills. So he didn't really get the treatment he needed for his mental issues. So when they released him, that's kind of when he goes really unhinged, and it talks about the people he killed. It talks about the detectives working on the case, the victims, and the guy who wrote it was actually one of the neighbors. Like, he knew Danny. So Brian knew Danny and actually went to the same church as him. So he was able to kind of go and find a lot of the same people and do like private interviews with them. It's, like I said, it's a very good story, and it's really fast. I like true crime stories a lot, so I found it very interesting and intriguing. But there is like a lot of rape in it, and they talk about the rape, and they talk about the crime scenes and what happened at the crime scenes, and like what he did to the victim. So if those things are too traumatic for you, or you're not into those kind of books, you should probably not read it. But yep, The Demon Next Door by Brian Burrow. Highly suggest it. Like I said, I listened to the audiobook, and the guy who did the audiobook, the voice actor for the audiobook, did a really good job. So yeah, bye.